Welcome to Dakota and Family. As you can tell by the thumbnail picture, that is my leg. And yes, my wife did kick me several times. Just kidding. I'm in pain. I need some distraction. Let's see if somebody can come distract me. I'm wondering. I want. Listen, folks, our lives have stinked lately. But that's the truth. My leg is wrapped. You know that. Yep. That might be the story of our life. Oh, share it. Share. Sharing is caring. Still nobody here. I'm comfortable with going to tweet. I'm going to tweet it out now. Oh, I'm in back here, and it's of course nobody's in the stream, but that's okay. Life's a biscuit. I don't know. We're gonna have to try something different. I'm probably gonna. Well, I'll probably do a lot of Dakota stuff. I guess. See if that helps. Hey, David. How's it going? How's that Gerber baby of yours? You ought to. Actually, he might be good for a few. He's actually looking cute enough to do the portraits now. You know what I'm talking about? Get his pictures. Maybe you're professional enough to do it at home or something. Put him in front of a screen and have him skiing. Oh, you did? Have you started feeding him rice or anything, like cereal or anything, or oatmeal or whatever, or is he still too young? When you get that belly full, he'll sleep good all night. You gotta get that belly full. Keep that diaper clean. Not for another few months? Oh, wow. Oh, update on my grandnephew. He is pushing 4 pounds. He might be graduating in about another 6 ounces. He'll graduate from the NICU. But he's had a lot of little setbacks. He's got some kind of growth on his brainstem causing epileptic type seizures. I don't know if you remember, his twin died on Christmas Day, stillborn, and everything. Zane, rest in peace, Zane, my baby grandnephew. But Alexander is our miracle baby. Started out at 1.1 ounces, was really premature. So he's come a long way. He's actually, instead of looking like a mound of flesh, looks starting to have that baby form, looking really good. You know what I mean? So he he's a fighter. I'll say that. He'll probably have some problems, developmental problems. I hope not, but it looks like he's doing pretty good. But as you as a dad knows how it is, it must be tough what my niece is going through and all that. But they're able to hold him now. Pretty soon he'll graduate from the incubator and all that. But Xander's a tough guy. Did you see my leg wrapped? That's my permanent rough tan. Actually, I got a couple of diabetic wounds in my legs and they made me wrap it up. Yeah, I am too. We're from a distance and everything, but hopefully when they get well, answering that phone call. Anytime it's from California or New York, I just put decline. I don't know, buddy. I mean, Trump's not going to call me from New York. I know that. Although I wouldn't mind. I think talking to Eric Trump would be kind of cool, though. Not Donald, though. Herman? Oh, I got his phone number. He doesn't know that yet. He accidentally texted me. I think he forgot I have his phone number. I'm thinking about doing a prank call on him. Hey, Sugar Creek. Hey, I'm lonely. I'm not as popular as Tri-State or you guys, but we used to be, but uh, it's just been dying out for us lately. Sugar Creek's a good homestead. I love all that stuff. I saw her goatee girls. She's got two ghosts that follow her everywhere. You call her. She calls them her goatee girls. That would be you. Your cats follow you everywhere. Yeah, I just feeling discouraged. I almost like I've tweeted out. You ever felt like giving up? Thought maybe taking a break might help, but I don't want to lose that. We got that watch time. We got that watch time, and it's hard. Yeah, that was pretty cool watching those goats follow you, and they were obeying your commands and everything. Too bad you didn't have permission to go inside that log cabin to uh, to go inside there and look around in it. That would have been cool. That be should be your next video. But she lives up in the Appalachian Mountains with her husband. Yeah, I think you might want to concentrate on family vlogging so you can record your memories. Yeah, see if you can get permission to go in, and then you can maybe do a tour of it if it's okay. The flooring's okay. Describe what life might have been like in that log cabin. Use your imagination. You're moving to West Tennessee this summer? Let's see. Would you be near Memphis? Memphis, Tennessee. You do what you feel is right, but I think family vlogging would be the way to do it. And with your comedic things, you could make it funny. It would be a hit family vlog. Yeah, I know where Memphis is. It's not too far of a drive. It's probably about 6 hours from here. Memphis is basically on the border of right there on the bottom of Arkansas and all that. Near, it's actually really near Missouri, really. Probably be about 6 hour drive for me. But I really want to take my wife to the Appalachian Mountains or whatever just to discover that. I think she would love it. We got the Ozarks in Missouri that we've been to once, and we're going to go back down there. But we love driving on there. But it scares me to go over this one bridge, man. You go over this one bridge and you're like 200 feet boat, and you're looking down and you're driving. You can't be too scared, otherwise you'll wreck. Oh wow, what kind of internet do you do? Is it satellite or is it what? Yeah, you grew up in Appalachia. Yeah, Dolly Parton did, I think. Yeah, she did. All right, go run. All right, just give me a heads up and I'll be in there. David, David's a pretty good guy. He's been there for MiFi for internet. I haven't heard of that. We're lucky we live in a small town, so we have fiber optics. But uh, I do know satellite internet is getting better, but still stinks. But yeah, you live off grid. You live off grid, so that's got to be tough. I don't know if I could do that. But you're living your dream. Hey, I had two people in here. It matches my night streams. We finally got out of our contract with the cell phones. Basically, we have one phone to pay off. But thank God it's a cheap one. Should be done with soon. But uh, we did, instead of getting new cell phones, we decided to do something a little bit more expensive. But we had to and everything. But you know, I'm kind of glad we got done with that contract though with the cell phones because it's a little bit cheaper now. I'm gonna get it a lot more cheaper here soon. Reduce a lot of things I'm paying for and everything. Oh, pay as you go phone. Yeah, yeah. Those are really you're very limited on what you're doing. I'm impressed on your videos then. Very impressed. Yeah, if you did satellite internet, it would be expensive. After the first year, that's when they get you. But you're wanting to live off grid, so that kind of deflates the purpose and everything. Everything. How often do you have to refill your propane tanks? You had like several of them. I imagine you use that to cook on or whatever, and probably heat up the bath water or whatever. I do a lot of yeah, I know, and then I mean nowadays it's going to be hard to be totally off grid because, like you said, every lane has been touched, undisturbed, and everything. In the winter, in the summer, it's less. Yeah. Is that what you use to heat your house too? Oh, you cook outside in the summer? Oh, who was it? There's a channel that I go to. It's called Cabin Life with Maureen and somebody. I forgot. You'll have to look it up, but they go off grid too. Eastad's a good gaming channel, by the way, guys. If you watch this on the re-air, he's a really good guy. Very interactive in his streams. Thank you, Eastad, for coming by. I was feeling lonely. Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be off grid when you move too? Wow, you really got that off grid fever. I don't know. That's kind of tough. I guess back in the day, that's what they did. And from what I understand, your husband works construction. I don't think I could handle if my wife was a over-road truck driver like Tri-State's husband is. Could you handle being gone for a week at a time? Your new drive is 2 miles long. Oh wow! I bet you can't wait. The small things you celebrate. Hey, Gemma, great autistic advocate over in the UK. Doing great things over there, advocating for the special needs community. Oh wow! Oh wow! But that's a good living, and since you're debt free, you can save up and do almost anything. Sugar Creek is a homestead thing. They completely live off grid. Imagine not having, I guess, I don't know if they have electricity. You guys have electricity in your house pumped in through solar panels, right? Because I don't think I could live without electricity. As you can tell, the cats put holes in the curtain back there. Oh, yes, you gotta ignore the looks and keep on trucking. Oh, yeah. You probably listen to Dave Ramsey a lot, Sugar Creek, because he believes in debt free. Free people pour likes, thumbs up. If you can, please share this on social media so I won't be so lonely. Our streams used to be 10 to 20 people. Now we're lucky to get 6, 7 people in here. I was thinking about changing it up. We're gonna do a. We're gonna. Yeah, I'm. We have a nonverbal autistic son. He's 10 years old. We're gonna probably be doing some sensory play with him series. What's your idea? Was your idea sensory? What did was it sensory play? We're gonna do some sensory play, a sensory play series with Dakota. He's 10 years old, nonverbal. He's featured predominantly in our channel, but I took him off because of the way they were attacking family channels for right now. I'm reintroducing him back in. Yes, he does. He's actually been bankrupt twice in his life and come back from it. Now he's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Your nephew's autistic? Wow. See, 1 in 58 people are now estimated to be autistic. More than likely, everybody knows somebody in their family that has autism. Ours is called classic autism with Dakota with cognitive delays. He's at a 2-year-old level. I invite you to watch some of our older videos to get to know him a little bit. I'll reintroducing him. He's at state school right now. Yeah, and I think it gets overdiagnosed in the States. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, but the new thing in the States is 1 in 58, 1 in 63 in females, or something like that. And it's harder to diagnose it with females than males. Three people, 4 likes. Everybody, if you're from the UK, please I encourage you to watch Gemma's last video about Brexit and how it might affect disabilities. Yes, more than likely you have more than one. You have friends that have autistic family members. A lot of people to this day are ashamed to talk about it for some reason. A lot of people. It's a shame. 4 people, 4 likes. Make sure you share this on Twitter, Facebook, or to your girly goats. Yeah, we're gonna bring Dakota back on the channel. We just wanted to lay low because of YouTube was really doing ratchet up on the family channels. If you have kids in your channel, make sure you hold and review all comments, or you filter certain words out. That way, it doesn't appear on your channel, because YouTube will take your channel down for not policing your community. A lot of big advertisers left YouTube, and so they had to do a drastic measure to keep the ad revenue coming in. You see the holes in that curtain, man? Those cats really got in. That's Lily, our cat. She likes to perch up there in the back. I don't know if she's back there now or she got down finally. But she put some holes in our curtains. Oh wow. Yes, it is, and I'm going to tell you something right now. It's a catch-22 because I don't know if you know this, but autistic people tend to do self-harm and harming to others. So when they see the marks, some people, if they're not educated in those law enforcement, will claim that there's abuse going on when in fact it's the autistic person self-harming. I've seen that happen where kids got taken away for no reason. Mm. It scares me with the police in this small town that they're not educated on disabilities. I'm afraid they'll come across my son one day and my son not able to comprehend it, that anything, they'll end up shooting him or something. So it kind of scares me because to this day, I think there's still a lot of uneducated people out there when it comes to autism. As Jim just shared with us, she got stares with her hoodie and everything that she had on. People don't understand people that are on the spectrum, our families that are dealing with it. We got bullied at Walmart. In fact, kind of. We got laughed at and sneered at. I call it bullied. You know, we've gotten that. We've gotten those looks. I've heard, I wish he would be a better dad to his son. Yes, especially people that are homesteading, they need to be on guard because DCF will come in and say, hey, how are the kids being well maintained? How are you keeping them clean and hygiene? I don't think it's healthy enough. Time to take them out. I've seen a homesteader down in Texas that was fighting DCF. I like, yes, I like watching the homesteading channels and all that. I've just always been interested in that. Don't mean I would do it because I don't think I could do it. Plus, my wife wouldn't want to do it. Yes, my son likes to bite and uh, bite himself a lot. These bruises. Uh, we try to prevent him by making sure it doesn't go that way. Next month is World Autism Awareness Month. We're going to have to start planning that. I invite you all to look at our merch store. We have autism awareness stuff and Dakota and family stuff. My wife designed it and everything. In fact, she's probably going to redesign some stuff maybe sooner or later. I don't know. But we haven't had much success on the merch store, but we just put it up there just to say, hey, we're a YouTuber. Um, you don't have to buy anything. Don't need to, but I'd just like you to leave your comments on and tell us if it looks all right, if it needs improvement. But it was something that you designed. A lot of people don't know this. My wife's been fighting through depression and anxiety. A lot of it has to deal with me and my health issues. Um, Probably within the next 2 to 3 years, I'll have another open heart surgery. It's a given. I think you do good. I've seen how popular you're getting, man. I think you do good on Sugar Creek. I think you ought to try that. I think you could get. I think the girly goats would be a good merch item. Not selling the goats itself, but their likeness and all that. I think you ought to do that. You ever get into like a small town, you have good Wi-Fi, and you're sitting there and waiting on something to get done. I would. It wouldn't take you no time to put up a merch store. Yeah, they are. You raised them from babies, from kids, didn't you? See, my wife we wanted always, if we lived on a small farm, we'd get those fainting goats. We'd get those fainting goats. I'd be too, I'd get bored, I'd go yell and watch them fall over. Yeah. And I bet you get goat milk from them and make goat cheese. I'm just thinking you do that. I'm assuming you do that. Now, do you free range your chickens? Yeah, they're a little too young, I think. But I thought they're getting big for being young. Four people thumbs up. Thank you for coming in. It's officially been a good stream, better than yesterday's stream, which didn't get off the ground. Anybody want to see my new permanent tan on my leg? I'll show you. Oh, I'll show it again. That's what happens when you have wounds on your leg and you go to a wound clinic. Where I live now. Yeah, you'll have to be careful of the predators and everything. Farmer Fanatic, what he did, but to free range him kind of, built a portable chicken coop and just moves the chicken coop around in his yard. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's been going on 2 weeks now. I've been seeing a wound channel. Thank you, Gemma. It's not fathering autism, but it's basically being poor in an autistic family. It's hard to get services in the States. Real hard. They do bare minimum for it. Our biggest fear of Dakota would be him ending up in a state mental hospital. Yeah, that's an idea. Just what he does is he grabs his tractor, and after it's been at a certain spot in his yard for a little while, he'll move it to another one, another part of the yard, and all that. And then he never lets them out because he has a lot of hawks by themselves. He's always supervising them. But Paramount Fanatics is a pretty good. I love him. He's cool. You ever want to get a lot of supporters, go into that stream on Friday nights. He gets 100 people. Um, he's 10 years old, and it's a little too early to trigger that. But we are, but since we're guardians of already, we already have power of attorney of him. But we'll pull the trigger on power of. We're gonna end up getting either. We're probably gonna keep guardianship over him, even when he turns an adult, and that way we won't have to worry about power of attorney. So, which is what he'll need is a guardianship more than a power of attorney. Yeah, I like the live streams too. I like live streams. It's easier than editing. My wife does the editing, so but we probably need to get back to doing some videos with Dakota and everything. We just wanted to let the recent problems with YouTube and family channels die down and everything. As many of you know, a lot of creators didn't police their community and had their channels taken down because there was rude and crude comments towards innocent young girls and boys when they were doing their gymnastics or swimsuits, so they just took it down. Autism to teenage years is Nick at school. We got a couple of great autistic channels in this in this stream. Nope. Oh boy. In case something happens, you need to check Jim at Journey's Grace. She's autistic and has a great channel. I don't know if you're linked up to her. Oh, I will, and I'll probably end up getting both just to secure everything, power of attorney, when we do the guardianship thing. But the guardianship thing he's definitely going to need because he won't be able to he won't be able to make decisions on his own. He's at a 2 year old level and all that. So I definitely want guardianship. That way I can place him wherever after I research and place him wherever I need to if I get too old to take care of him. And um, that way I know where he ends up. Oh, you gotta go to the laundromat? Oh man, have fun there. All right, make sure you do a couple of those for me because we gotta do laundry. Oh, thank you, and you have a great channel, Sugar Creek. Everybody watching the video, please check out Sugar Creek Homestead. She's got a great channel. She's got something good going on there. What happened to my leg? Diabetes, or as I like to say, I spent too much time in the sun. But yeah, diabetes. I got a big old wound about the. Let me put it back there. I'll show you about how big the wound was. It's healing, but it was about this big, right about right here, I think, somewhere around there. It was about that big, and then I got another wound that right here. So it's just preventive care, basically. But I have this toe. I had a toe that had a sore on there, but it got healed. The other one still taking a long time. I've been dealing with the wound clinic since last almost a year. A couple more months will be a year. No, I got me a coffee cup I love. I don't know if you can read it. Just put a mirror in front of it. It says death before decaf. Oh no, but my wife's even more tough. She's been putting up with a lot. She's been putting up with a lot with me and Dakota and the girls and all that. And she doesn't have that much gray hair. And look at me, I'm balding. hmm Yeah, she's fine the fact that she's got no gray hair. The reason why she hasn't been alive is because she's got a big old pimple she popped on her forehead. Billy and Mama, two vlogs. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta have that when you have special needs kids. Dakota's at school until 3:30. 3:30. Or 3:15. I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. How are you doing? My leg's wrapped up, going on 2 weeks from the diabetic wounds and everything. And I personally think my wife just kicked me a lot. Yes, it is. But see, summer's coming up in about a couple months, and then we won't get too much. But we had a lot of snow days, so he might be going to school all the way to June. Anyways, what's new in your guys' life? How's everything going with you? Our last day is June 6th. Yeah, we had snow days, and they haven't. See, what's weird is we already know what's going to happen with the key to school. But hey, follow us. How are you doing, Ash? That's a great channel too. She does a lot of good streams and all that. Nice young lady. My name's Jason. I'm Dakota's dad. Dakota is the child that's pictured in there. We also have two girls every once in a while that appear in the channel. Uh, then we have my wife. Uh, I remember the last open heart surgery I had, I almost died. I was in the hospital for 30 days, and my son was right around 3 years old, and he took his first steps while I was in the hospital. Um, and in fact, it'd be 7 years this April. But I remember that, and so when I came home, uh, right after I came home, he did his first. He did an extended walk for 25 feet with me, or 20 feet it seemed like, and that was really special. But yeah, we've been through a lot, and we're going to be going through a lot more. So it's going to get rough before it gets better. But hey, I look at it this way: I was supposed to only live until I was 25, and here I am, 50. And everything. In fact, the doctors told my mom, hey, you might as well put him in the institution because he's probably going to be cognitively delayed. Back then, when a kid was born with heart problems, they associated it with cognitive delays and all that. At least there's no cat around me. The cats like to fart on me. What? Yeah, they're in their bed together. Yeah, well, his sleeping is stable right now. He's sleeping through the night, but he's about due to get up. Yeah, he's about due to have those nights. My wife thinks the moon has something to do with his wacky behavior sometimes. But the trick is getting in bed around 8. I let him go to bed on his own way. I don't try to force the issue because it doesn't work out too well that way. Does that make sense? Yeah, I found that if you force him to do something, it doesn't work out too well. But he usually goes to bed around 9. Gets up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Did you just let Lily in there, Wendy? You gonna come say hi, or are you just gonna go onto the window? Come on, key. Cats never come to me; they come to my wife, though. We usually do a lot more comedic things on our streams, but I've been feeling the need to be comedic. But I wanted to try different live streams to see if it would be better this time and all that, and it has. And everything. And so I want to appreciate everybody that's coming to this channel. Remember, death before decaf. I'm drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Um, Not per se. What it does do, though, is that um, he is still he slept actually pretty good this weekend, and so far um, he he adjusted pretty well. He adjusted pretty well to the time change. Um, he did get up a tad bit early today, but that's to be expected. He got up at 6, so he gets up about an hour earlier, but it takes him a while to get adjusted to that. But no, time change doesn't affect him too much, I would say. The moon does.
Mm.
The moon does, according to my wife.
Yeah, full moon.
Full moons. Few people, 6 likes. Thank you for coming in and sharing this out. Yeah, our main thing is like he doesn't like. He's a person of routine, and if you disrupt his routine, or if you disrupt his playtime because he loves playing a lot, uh, he gets mad. He doesn't like having his routine disturbed and everything. And he doesn't like changes, things that are new. Like I got it. When you introduce something to him, you got to do it slow and steady. He doesn't like new things for some reason. And right now he's stuck on the 3 Disney movies: Kronk, Mulan, and Mulan 2. He used to be stuck on what was that one movie that we had to watch several thousand times?
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Oh my gosh. It got so bad that we got to know some of the words in there. Angry Birds, we get done watching it and you want to play it again.
He's like, get him.
Yeah. Nick sounds like Dakota. Yeah, his anxiety gets really bad when, in fact, we're on an antidepressant for anxiety for him. It's called Zoloft, and I guess it's worked out pretty well. But sometimes he won't take his medicine, and when he does it, oh man, everything. That's my hand, don't worry. And everything. But yeah, his big thing is change and routine. Uh, yes, it does. And my thing is what I've learned to do with Dakota is that you can try to like tickle him or get him out of that where he's starting to get to aggression. Sometimes you can distract him, but if you let it go just a minute or two, there's no return for it. It's usually a good hour-long meltdown. Really, really long meltdown.
And then we'll get to the point where that
I have to hold his arms down or
no,
something. Or what?
the distractions that used to work don't work.
Yeah, and the distractions that used to work don't work and all that. So you're constantly trying to change strategies with him.
So you're while he's screaming, you're trying to think while he's screaming. What
What
do I do?
One of the things we do, and it's really cool, is that it will bring him out. Is we'll scream back at him, and next thing you know, it's like a screaming match, and he's laughing and giggling. That sometimes gets him out of it. So, but the strategies, it's constantly you got. It's like one thing works one day, and then the next day it doesn't work, and you're like, oh,
You gotta hunt for something else to work.
yeah, you gotta hunt for something else to do. And then if he likes bubbles and you run out of bubbles, the blow bubbles, oh my gosh.
Or if he accidentally breaks the toy.
And if he breaks a toy, oh man, oh my, the whole world ends.
And you can't afford to replace it or
You
anything.
can't afford to replace everything he breaks, too. Cannot afford to replace everything he breaks. Yep, yep. Um, that's the same here. We gotta give. The big thing you'll notice is that you gotta give him choice. You always to empower him a little bit. Always give him choice. And I don't know if he's good at making choices or anything, but if you give him a choice and things, I think a lot of things will go smoother. And sometimes you can't give him a choice. But I've noticed with Dakota, if you give him a little bit of a choice, he'll go along with the flow a little bit better and everything. He has a big fear of it. He's got anxiety when it comes to doctors. Mm-mm. I'm, I don't know when was the last time my wife and I have been out all evening either. That's another thing. We don't trust anybody with Dakota. We do not trust anybody with Dakota. He's nonverbal. He wouldn't be able to tell us what if he got hurt or anything. And so our life really, what we do is we stay up a little bit later. When he goes to bed, we stay up and just to spend time with each other. So like last night, I didn't go to bed until 3 o'clock and got up at around 7:30. I finally decided to get up and moving around. I half napped. I napped a little bit in the chair while he was watching TV, but he'd come in and disturb me about every 20 minutes. Finally gave up on that. You know, we get time as a couple during the day sometimes, unless we take advantage of it and go to sleep. And there's been times where we sleep all through his school day, but we like to stay up and enjoy the time without him. I know that sounds bad, but take it for what it is. It's tough. Yes, I just and I don't mind if he gets up in the middle of the night and he's not in an aggravated mood, and I try to get him to go back to sleep. I usually keep it all dark. If that doesn't work. Then I just let him watch TV for a little bit. Then about every 20 minutes, I try to get him back to bed. I try not to, you know, I've learned that if you try to be rigid with him on that, it doesn't work real well. But I usually stay up with him and all that. But I try to get him to go back to sleep, and if that doesn't work, then I'll use the TV thing, and then I'll tell him you only get 20 to 30 minutes time of TV, then you gotta go back to bed. But I remember back before we had him on medicines, I'd I'd go like 2 or 3 weeks straight staying up with him, wouldn't I? 2 or 3 weeks. There would be times that I'd stay up with him. There'd be times we'd stay up and he'd only have like 1 or 2 hours sleep. I'm thinking to myself, how in the world does this kid do it? And everything. I remember those days. Ooh.
Or you get up every 2 hours.
Or to get up every 2 hours. Uh, we're so worried. We're so worried about him wandering that we made the dining room his bedroom because there's only one bedroom down on the bottom floor. So that way we can keep an eye on him at night. That's another thing we've done. We don't have a dining room. We made it into basically we made it into a fourth bedroom. That's what we did.
No, fifth.
What?
Fifth.
Fifth?
Yeah. It's already 4 bedroom.
Are you including a room that had the hot water tank? That's a spare room. That's another argument we can have. Actually, that could be made into a fifth bedroom or a bedroom. Don't give me gave me an idea. I guess I'll move out of the bedroom, go up there. Then you deal with the go that night by yourself, baby. Ah,
Watch my anxiety go straight up.
your anxiety just went to straight up. The biggest thing, oh yeah, uh, I wouldn't let her deal with Dakota by herself. I like staying up with him at night compared to her because when she's sleep deprived, she's a bear to be around. So I let her have all the sleep she wants.
That's like my depression and me.
Yeah, your depression will make you sleepy. So what's new for Nick? What's up for him? How old is Nick, by the way? I forgot. Isn't he like 15? What are your plans? How long is he able to go to this place that he's going? What are your plans for when he's 18 or 21? We can wait until 21 to figure out what we're going to do with Dakota because he can go all the way to his school up until 21, I guess. But we haven't made any plans, and we got to start thinking about that. Yeah, I know. You have no idea. I know it's weird. Weird. Uh, do you plan on taking care of him until you can no longer can, or are you gonna transition him to a group home before then? That way you can go visit him and get him adjusted, so it won't be a sudden change. That's the thing we got to think about. So many things people have to, as special needs parents, you got to think about that. Um, Parents of neurotypical don't have to worry about making those decisions. Yeah, I think the transition would be best. I think, they're bound to determine that it's going to happen no matter what. So you might as well do it while you're still able to go do stuff with them and all that. When your son is disabled like ours and yours, uh, it's best to do it when you're healthy enough to be able to do stuff with them, I think. Not give him a sudden change. That would be worse off on him. I agree with you on that. But to let it go is going to be hard. To let him go and trusting that he won't get hurt. And uh, yeah, I encourage you to research whatever you do. That place that if you end up placing him in a group home, research it through your attorney general, state attorney general. Make sure they don't have too many investigations going on. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's my big worry. But
Right.
um, something happened to us, and Dakota had to go through that change. How I would do it to him because he'd almost immediately have to go to a group home or something. So I told her that we plan on probably transitioning him before we get to that point and all that.
Yeah, for one this time.
But yeah, we're gonna do that. Uh, and that way it'll be easier on the other person in a way. And uh,
Yes, I won't go make any.
but I can barely handle him at times. But yeah, it's been an interesting stream and very informative. I'm glad that we got to know your channel and you and sharing the same problems that you have. In Missouri, we don't have much autism services too either. Yeah, most 18-year-olds most definitely want to live away from mom and dad. I think Nick would do good in a group setting too, a group home setting. Or and I think you'll probably go through a period of what do we do now? There's nothing to do and everything. You may get in a sense of depression that way. Sounds like you're almost ready for that transition, almost mentally, though. Might just sleep. I know. I don't know. That's gonna be hard on me. See. I'm one of those. I would be one of those parents that would be calling like once every 2 hours, making sure he's okay and all that, or popping in and visit just to make sure they're not doing nothing bad to him. I'd probably be one of those parents. They'd get tired of me real quick. Huh? Mainly because I waited until I was 39 to have my first biological one. The two girls are my stepdaughters, but I raised them. But mainly I think it's because of that. I waited so long to have them that I want nothing bad to happen to them. I will know him like we do the oldest. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you your oldest doesn't really like that. I don't know. It's just I haven't really. I try not to think about it because my heart breaks thinking that we'll have to do that sometime and everything. I guess I pretty much should go. So he's good with it. Oh yeah, yeah. Does he help out with Nick a lot, or is he so busy with his own family? Somebody's still got that cough going, even though she's on the antibiotics.
No, today will be her third day.
Yeah, it's just started getting better. Yeah, I know that's right. You don't want to put that on him. Sounds like a pound of the oldest. Is he pretty good with Nick?
I'm waiting on a decision from Social Security.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do if you get it approved, we'll do a video on that or something.
I'll probably do have some sort of like this higher function.
Welcome to the stream. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to check out our previous videos and see if you like us. He needs a little bit more patience. Yeah. Uh, I know that's same with Misty. I think she needs a little bit more patience. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this stream and go find something else to do, like bug my wife. He's just 19. Wow. Yeah, he's got to go through those wild years. So is Oaks. All right, I'm getting out of here. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching the rear. I want you to look at all our previous videos on autism 083 if you're going through that journey. Talk to you later. Bye. Tell Nick I said hi.